This is to say cheers to you for being here. Cheers to you for saying we are doing this. I know it can be overwhelming. There is going to be a part of your brain that's going to tell you that actually let's just go back to what we know, but we're not going to do that. We are not going to do that. I'm going to encourage you to get your glass. I've got some Coca-Cola here, so I'm going to encourage you to get your glass of whatever it is you fancy. If it's a hot beverage or whatever it is, get a notebook because we are about to level up, baby. So now that you have your beverage and you have your notebook and you are ready to start on this journey, I just want to encourage you to quickly pause the video, go click on like, and maybe go say something in the comments. Say hi to me. I want to hear from you. And let's get into this video. Before we start this video, I have two special ladies to just send a shout out to. I received a video of them watching my YouTube and my heart literally nearly jumped out of my chest. I want to say hi to Joy, and I want to say hi to Cutie Pie, little baby, Hope, Gemma. We have one life. We have one chance to grab this opportunity and live it to the fullest. However, for some of us, this doesn't just happen. Some of us never even reach our full potential. I have mentioned that this glow up is not external. We're not going to focus on the physical things yet. There's going to be another series that's going to come out. But for now, we are going internal and we are going to look within ourselves. I made mention of the fact that this is about you and it will stay about you. And that is why I asked you to get a notebook, because we are going to write a few things down. We are going to take this very, very serious, because the fact that you came back, the fact that this even showed up on your feed, the fact that you are, I think, 5 minutes or 3 minutes into the video now and still here, tells me that you are ready for something more. And for so many of us, we have this desire, we have this need and this want for something more, and we don't really know what it is. I've always had this desire since I was a child, and I could never navigate those feelings. Those feelings made me feel like I was too much. It made me feel like I was never grateful for what I had, because I just always knew that there was more. But I do know and I do feel that was the Holy Spirit that just prompted me to say that go out and live this life. And I'm going to tell you how I did it. I just want to tell everybody I've got no studies in psychology, no degree, no qualification in psychology. And what I'm about to tell you is things I've applied and that has worked for me. You know me, you followed my journey. I feel like crying, what is my problem? But you guys have followed my journey. You guys have seen me. And even if you go back on the videos and you look at life now, you can truly say, wow, whatever she did worked. And I want to explain to you what I did. So we're going to get into it immediately. I am going to first ask you to adjust your mindset. There's two things we're going to focus on in this video. It's your mindset and it's goal setting. We are going to start off on a high. Most importantly, our minds take us back to safety and to comfort, where things are usually, what it's used to. So my brain, for the weirdest reason, I'm going to make this example, but it's going to make sense to you. My brain always had all these alarms that went off when I shopped at Woolworths. Oh, they're so expensive. Oh, you're spending more than what you're supposed to. Da, 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 da. And I could not understand. And I'm like, but financially, right now, I can't buy this. What is happening? And because I'm someone that continuously assess everything in my life, I realized that my brain wants to go to Pick and Pay and Checkers because it's what it knows. And not that there's anything wrong with it, please understand me. But what I'm trying to say is when I grew up, it was always far-fetched. It was always, we can't buy there, we can't do that. And so I just broke the norm and I'm just like, I shop there, whatever, you know. So because my brain wanted to take me back to safety all the time and what it knows, and because I now broke out of it, now I don't get those alarms anymore. In actual fact, now I cook more. It is so crazy how a small adjustment or small little breakthrough can change so many other things. But let's go back to our mindset again. And because our mindset continuously wants to take us back to safety, I'm going to warn you that this won't be easy. And I'm sorry that I have to break this to you, but this won't be easy. You are going to continuously fight with this voice in your head that's going to want to go the opposite way. There is going to be a time where it might feel like you are literally just living in your imagination, purely because of the fact that you are going to show up as that person that you want to become in your mind. And I'm going to tell you how you are going to do that. When your mindset says she deserves that, when your mindset says the woman that I envision should have this, that, and the other, and be extremely specific. She should have friends that supports her goals. She should have a life that she looks forward to. And I always say that, please remember that we have been designed to have an abundant life. An abundant life does not mean that it doesn't mean that it's a life full of joy all the time. There's no turmoil, that there's no distractions or days where we don't feel ourselves. It does not mean that. A life that is filled with abundance means that you tap into every single thing that is meant for you, because you understand your worth, you understand your value, you know who you are. This took very long for me to realize. Like I said in the previous video, it took me to walk away from positions and jobs that was, like I said, my dream job. But because I did not feel valued or I did not feel appreciated, I knew that I had to take this step, because future me deserves better. Future me can't settle for this now, because I'm telling future me that actually, if you are doing this now, you are going to be okay with this for the rest of your life. So once you are specific on who you want to become, basically create an avatar. I'm going to say that. Basically create the person you want to become. I don't even know if I should do this, but I've got a Pinterest board. And if I am comfortable with doing it, you'll probably see it up here now. But this is my Pinterest board of my future self. And her life is insanely like next level. But that's what I envision for her. And her style is absolutely out of this world. Classic. She doesn't have to say too much with what she's wearing. And you'll see everything in my goals folder on my Pinterest. And that is how specific I am. I go through the folder every now and again, and I just go look at myself and visualize my future self. And I really show up as her. My future self absolutely loves cute coffee shops. She lives for it. She always meets up with her friends and she goes to all these nice coffee shops. She's involved in charities. She's involved, with, she's a mentor, she's a business mentor to people. She does it as a business, and she gets an income from it. She lives a life of fullness. And I literally create days where I am my future self. You'll see those coffee shop days, you'll see those outfits, you'll see everything. And it's not just because of the fact that I want to be cute on that day. I do it strategically because it is the life I want, it's the life I deserve. And so now that I'm doing it, now it is actually going into my future and I'm actually living it by practicing it now. So once you've done that and written down exactly what you want, the word tells me that I should write the vision down in Habakkuk 2 verse 2, and I should make it known. And so for me, it's important to write the vision down. And that's why I'm encouraging you to write it down, write the vision down for yourself. Even do a Pinterest board if you want to. If you want to go, that far as well. Remember that the mindset, while writing it down, is the mindset I need you to focus on in the next few moments. I need you to know that it is not the person you are now. It is someone you admire. You're going to take someone you admire and you're going to write down characteristics you see in that person. Remember, your mindset now says it's okay, or we're fine, or but future self is totally different. Future self is literally your role model. It's someone you look up to. And although we all make mistakes and we're human and all of that, but you're going to take the good things you see in that person and the good things you admire in that person. And you're going to adapt that mindset while you are busy doing your avatar and creating this new version of yourself. And then I'm going to speak about setting goals for this avatar, setting goals for this person. So this person, maybe in my case, my future self is a Proverbs 31 woman that gets up early. She rises up early. Lord Jesus, please. She rises up early, obviously worships the Lord early, and she does, some moving exercise. And I'm going to challenge you, and I'm going to ask you that sometime in this week, until next week, Wednesday, when we have our next episode, dedicate one day to your future self. Dedicate one day to the avatar you've created. If she gets up early, you get up early on that day. If she is someone that, her style is a certain way, that day you're going to wear what she wears. You are going to speak like she speaks. You are going to, go to places she goes to. If she loves dining out or she loves whatever it is, you're going to be that person. So one day in this week, if it is possible, try and show up as that person. And once you have done that and you've lived her for one day, during that day you need to have a mindset. You need to also think the way she thinks. If she owns 2 companies, or she is a kept woman that, her husband provides income for her, or whatever it is, whatever thoughts, if she's cooking, whatever it is, you are going to do that. You're going to show up as that person. Okay? When you come to setting your goals, it is important to know that even though we are doing this in 6 weeks, I can't guarantee that in 6 weeks you are going to be this extremely high version of yourself. It took me 2 years, a whole lot of lessons, and just holding on to that version that I envisioned for myself really got me here. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm working on the person I want to become. Like I said, Proverbs 31 woman that rises early, need to eat better, all of those things. But I'm just explaining what has worked for me, and I just needed to quickly say that because I do not want you to think that I think I've arrived. I've not done that. We are all working towards it. And even once you become that version of yourself, you are going to create the next version, and we always are work in progress. We're never perfect. We're human. We are not meant to be perfect. We are imperfect people, and we serve a perfect God, So that is what I just need to quickly say before we continue. And so what you also need to do when you do your goal setting is measure it. You can see that you have achieved what you set out for yourself. Your body adapts, your mind adapts, and so you move on to the next. So we want to remain positive and we want to remain moving forward. I also need you to feel, the difference it makes. I want you to feel, the feeling and the emotion and everything that goes with setting your goals and measuring it. And when you measure your goals, you are also able to reward yourself and keep yourself accountable. Because when you reward yourself, you can celebrate it with a glass of Coke or with a chocolate or whatever it is you fancy. But also, if you have not achieved it, you can keep yourself accountable and say, Chandre, actually no. Let's next week do it every day instead of 3 days a week, and let's challenge ourselves. So that is why it's important for it to be measurable, because having it, once it's measurable, you can move forward, you can add more, and it motivates you. I think that's the most important thing. We are human beings. We like rewards. We like to be rewarded, and we like to also know that we are moving forward and that there's growth. This video is purely for you to adjust your mindset, to know that an abundant life is not an overwhelming life. A very big part of this video is also for you to understand when you set goals that are attainable, that are measurable, and once you know that with the right mindset and the right goal setting structure, you are truly able to achieve the life you want. It is so crazy how possible it is for us to live the life you want, the life you desire, the life that God has set out for you. I just have to mention this quickly. I sometimes wonder how on earth are we able to not see that this life of abundance, this life of fullness, this life of growth is right here in front of us, and we just need to grab it with both hands. Your mindset is going to be the biggest part in your future, in creating your future self. Your mindset is going to be either your biggest enemy or your best friend, and how you show up and how you speak against the negative thoughts in your mind is definitely how you are going to overcome those barriers those negative thoughts that we tell ourselves. It's very easy to see the bad or the negative or the impossible compared to seeing the possible. As Christians, we use the word to support that, and we trust and we speak against that, which is not for us, and we believe what is for us is for us. So I want to encourage you, whatever faith you are, I want to encourage you that this is really a journey of faith, because you are seeing a person that is still to come. She's not here yet. She's still to come. She's on her way. And you are seeing her, and you are already inviting her into your life and into your space. I want you to be gentle on yourself when you set your goals, but also do not be afraid to challenge yourself. I want you to know that every single thing you desire on this earth is possible. The fact that it popped up in your mind, it is possible. And I'm here to tell you that. I am here to tell you that. I can't wait for us to have our next session next week. We are going to jump into even more wholesomeness. Please do let me know how that day went, that future self day. Tell me if you've been working on those goals. Tag me in the socials, and please comment, chat to me, and see you next week. Bye.